Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. Hello, it's me, Vicky, again. And today, in this video, I am once again in the Break the Language Barrier Level 1 book. If you have the book, I'm on page 27. As usual, you can still get something out of the video whether you have the book or not. But if you want to order the book, you can order it on any Amazon site or through me through the website. Okay, so page 27, we're looking at the verb estar at the moment. Again, if you've just coming into this channel, you need to watch the other videos or know something about the verb estar. There's, please go back and look at some of the other videos so that you know where we are and what we're up to, and you'll know some of the things that come up in this video. And we've been looking at the verb estar. We've looked at how to make it, how to use it making sentences. We've got a little conversation this time between Pablo, Carmen and Maria, and just the verb estar in its context, in a little short conversation, simple conversation, to try and introduce you into how we would use estar in conversation. Okay, so what you have in the book is the conversation in Spanish, and you were to pick out the verb estar, the verb estar, and one example of the verb ser, and then translate it into English. So what I'm going to do is read out the sentence in Spanish and then give you the English. So Pablo says, "Buenos días, Carmen. ¿Cómo estás?" And that should be buenos días. Yes, I keep meaning to change this in the book. I've got buenos días. But anyway, buenos días, Carmen. ¿Cómo estás? Which is good morning, Carmen, or good day, Carmen. How are you? Carmen replies, "Estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?" I'm fine, thank you. How are you? And you, sorry. And Pablo says, "Estoy muy bien también." I'm very good also. ¿Dónde está tu hermana María? Where is your sister Maria? And Carmen says, "No está en clase hoy. Está en la casa." She's not at home. She's not in class today. She is at home. And Pablo says, "¿Por qué? ¿Está enferma? Why? Is she ill?" And Carmen says, "Sí, está resfriada." Yes, she has a cold. Now notice in Spanish, we don't use the verb to have to talk about having a cold. We use estar resfriada. We use the verb to be. And this is resfriada because Maria is a woman. So we've got the feminine ending. A man would be resfriado. Okay, so sí, está resfriada. Yes, she has a cold. And then Pablo says, ¿Dónde está la casa? Where is the house? And Carmen obviously hasn't watched as many true crime stalking videos as I have. It immediately gives him the address. Está en calle San Juan, número 18, a la izquierda de la calle. So it's in San Juan Street, number 18, on the left of the street. And Pablo says, "Gracias." So yes, let's hope he's not a serial killer. Sorry. But it's sometimes probably when you're reading these texts, sometimes they are a bit like you think, oh, but remember, they're just to practice the verb. So it's difficult from the beginning because your knowledge is limited. So I have to try and just do a conversation that will bring in what we've done so far, but not always the most normal conversations. Anyway, en la casa de Maria, in Maria's house. And Pablo says, "Hola, Maria, ¿cómo estás?" Hello, Maria, how are you? And Maria says, "Estoy resfriada. I have a cold. Pero hoy estoy un poco mejor. But now I am a little better." And Pablo says, "Me gusta tu casa. Es muy bonita." So me gusta is how we talk about what we like. But you'll find out later in this course, me gusta translates to I like, but literally it doesn't mean I like. Literally, it's your house pleases me. But anyway, we don't want to go into that too much now. It's enough that you just know that it will translate to I like your house. So in your translation, you should have I like your house. It is very pretty. And this is our first example in this conversation of the verb ser. This was the example of the verb ser. Because most of the rest of the time in this conversation, we're talking about where things are, how people are feeling, etc. These are the things that we use estar for. But when Pablo says, oh, I like your house, it is very pretty, that's a characteristic. Very soon in the next couple of videos, we'll be comparing directly Sarah and Esther. And you'll see that when you're describing something as pretty or nice or horrible, you know, the opposite, but it's a characteristic, we use the verb ser, not the verb estar. And Maria says, sí, pero hoy está muy desordenado. Yes, but now it's very untidy. So again, now. So that's not a characteristic of the house. It's not always necessarily like that. It's just today. ¿Está abierta la puerta? Is the door open? Tengo frío. No estoy cómoda. So, tengo frío literally means I have cold. But this is how we, in Spanish, we say, I feel cold. Tengo frío. No estoy cómoda. And this is the first time we're probably looking at this verb as far as my students are concerned, if you've been following. So this is the verb tener, to have. And we conjugate it. Tengo, tienes, tiene. Tenemos, tenéis, tienen. And Maria says, tengo frío. It's literally, I have cold, but it translates to, I feel cold. So this is something we'll learn as we go along. Sometimes we have to look at translations and see what it translates to, but that's not necessarily what the literal words mean. And that, you know, is just something we have to accept when we're learning a different language. Different languages say things in different ways, you know. So anyway, so what you should have there is I am cold, I'm not comfortable, no estoy cómoda. Pablo says, sí, la puerta está abierta. Yes, the door is open. You must, and then he goes over and closes it, and he says, ahora está cerrada. Now it's closed. ¿Estás cómoda ahora? Are you comfortable now? And Maria says, sí, ahora estoy muy bien. Yes, now I'm fine or I'm great. Okay, then the next thing you had to do, how did you get on with that translation? I hope, as always, anything that you got differently and you don't understand why you got differently to what I said it should be or what the answers are in the back, just drop me a line or leave me a comment and I can answer your question. Okay, so practice D. You had to translate the question in Spanish and answer it in Spanish. So, número uno, how is Carmen? You should have, ¿Cómo está Carmen? And the answer would be, Carmen está muy bien. Número dos, where is her sister Maria? You should have, ¿Dónde está su hermana María? And don't forget, these answers are in the back of the book, but the purpose of this video is to give you an idea of the pronunciation. ¿Dónde está su hermana María? And the answer would be, su hermana María está en la casa. You can just say, está en la casa. I always recommend you to give the most complete answer you can, just for the practice. Número tres, is she ill? ¿Está enferma? And the answer would be, sí, está enferma o está resfriada. Número cuatro, where is the house? ¿Dónde está la casa? And the answer would be, la casa está en calle San Juan, número 18, a la izquierda de la calle. Número 6. What is the house like? So for this one, you should have ¿Cómo es la casa? Remember, ¿Cómo es is how we always ask what people or things are like. ¿Cómo es España? ¿Cómo es Vicky? ¿Cómo es, cómo es el perro? How's your dog? Or what's your dog like? Sorry, not how is your dog, what's your dog like? Y so, ¿cómo es la casa? La casa es muy bonita. That's the one time we're using the verb ser. Número 7, what is it like today? So now we're asking if the state of it, not what it's always like, not characteristics, but what state it's in today. ¿Cómo está hoy? And the answer would be, hoy está muy desordenada. And número 8, is Maria comfortable? ¿Está cómoda María? And the answer would be no, María no está cómoda. Número 9, why is she cold? So remember, we're using this verb tener. ¿Por qué tiene frío? And why is she cold? Porque la puerta está abierta. She's cold because the door's open. Número 10, is she comfortable now? ¿Está cómoda ahora? And the answer would be sí, ahora está muy bien. And then número 11, how are you today? ¿Cómo estás hoy? And of course your answer will depend on how you are today. I would say yo estoy muy bien hoy, or just estoy, you don't need to say yo. Número 12, are you comfortable? ¿Estás cómodo? Or cómoda, if it was a woman you were asking. And again, I would say, sí, estoy muy cómoda. Gracias. Okay, that's it. So, again, any questions, please just leave me a comment, ask me the question, send me a message, I'll answer your query. Ok, muchas gracias por mirar. No olvides pulgadas arriba. Don't forget a thumbs up if you found the video useful. If you're not already subscribed and you feel like it, please subscribe, which really helps me out. But in the meantime, te veo muy pronto en el próximo video. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Y que tu Dios vaya contigo. And may your God go with you. Muchas gracias. Hasta pronto.